TGIF, my AKAPADers, guys. It's Friday. That means we're talking black and white independent comics. Well, in this case, not particularly independent. I don't know. I don't know if gray in Japan is considered an independent manga. I have no clue. How would I ever find a thing like that out? So I came across this in the dollar bin, and I love it. It's perfectly water damaged. And let's get some like better lights. Let's fix those lights. Can you guys see that? Oh, I love it. Guys, I love damaged books. You guys know, because we're here to read and to appreciate and to just to hang out and love comic books together. This is an experiment. Random issue. Let's pick it up and read it. And then let's just see what happens. Can we just pick up a manga and get into it? Are we allowed to? Guys, I see a lot of manga. I see a lot of anime commentary all over YouTube. No one is quite honest about it sometimes. This is an honest episode. Stick with me. We have to get through this. Let's go. Talk soccer, AKAPADers. Let's talk some sports. Yes, it's a manga episode. We all have many of these. We got this one. I know on Fridays we're supposed to do like good black and white or independent comic books that the world has forgotten. Outlaw comic books, if you will. So this book was in my stack because I love it too. It's like perfectly like water damaged. But it had this character. It also has like a Fist of the North Star ads. But it had this like character design right there. And so you look this up, and this was in a anime. I think it was like 1 or 2 movies. I did see it, but I have to rewatch it to recall it. But I finally sat down to read this, and we're doing an exercise that I absolutely love doing, which is randomly reading something that's a part of a serialized or somewhat of a sequential order. And I love doing that because, the middle of the stack should stand on its own 2 feet. I should be able to read this, and my mind should just like slow motion explode because I would want everything that happens before page 1, and I want to know everything that happens at the end. Page, in this case, page something. 66, 67. Actually, 67, 68 pages, right? So, I would want to know everything that comes forwards and backwards. We judge a lot of the comic books on this channel. Just for example, if I bring you a Captain America random issue, or even X-Men, 248 or something, right? And that issue of the X-Men or Captain America should want me to buy it all, to read it all, to understand the story. So manga, from what a lot of people consider to be the golden age of manga, this is early 80s, early Viz, right? It's all of these perfect things. And we get something else. We get incomprehensible garbage. It's a mess. This is not worth the money you would have paid for it now or even back then. And why is that? Some anime really gets put up on this pedestal. We hear Akira and it goes on and on. But Akira does have an end. This would we don't care about the ending or the beginning because it's this quick read with no explanation. There's nothing. You're just walking in on it, and you're supposed to care and want to spend your time with this. So what does this have to do with soccer? Well, we have to get into the ideas of why soccer's popular. I don't know. Soccer's popular. The world's most popular sport. You can play it too. You just need a ball and you can play soccer. Even some people might say, well, you can do that with basketball. But basketball, you need a court, you need a net, you actually need measurements. Soccer, you literally can play in the open field and practice your skills and practice your cardio. and, you know, gain that high level soccer skill set, and you don't need a lot to do it. And what's high level soccer skill set? Well, it's having cardio to die for, because you're literally running the entire time, but you have to be able to juggle and hold the ball. And by holding the ball, it's not with your hands. You have to be able to hold and control the ball within your body and do some amazing things. That's the athletic side of soccer, but that's also where soccer ends. I mean, get into American football. Let's just compare the two. Even baseball, even basketball, hell, even hockey. Hockey, barrier to entry. You need the ice, you need all the pads. You're spending a lot of money for hockey. But let's just look at team sports. Soccer is far from American football. American football is a complex, intricate, tactical, strategic, highly physical sport. To track it, to know what's happening on the field, just to be able to enjoy it, so you know what the intent and possible repercussions are of every single down. It takes study. There's a level of tutelage that comes with American football. But now with soccer, you're just kicking. I mean, I hate to play it down like that, but anyone can watch soccer. Anyone can follow soccer. What's Team A trying to do? They're trying to put the ball in the net against Team B. And a lot of times for American football, what Team A is doing versus Team B could be draining the clock, and it's pretty much like, well, what does that even mean? Well, let's pause the live game. Let me sidebar you and explain this to you in 30 minutes or less. And baseball has similar moments where it's not advantageous to always try and score in baseball. It's just not. There's so much strategy within some of those plays, and in the scope of one inning and all the innings for the entire game. I look at manga after this experience as the soccer of sequential storytelling. It's simple. It's just simple when compared to the American style of comic books. See, the American style of comic books would have explained this, right? Would have taken a couple pages to catch us up and to like reset the story, and the why you bought it begins here, right? It's baked into the dough, as I like to say. It's more, American books are more complex, they're more nuanced, they're more detailed, and dare I say, more relatable characters, because there's text and context built into the individual stories. If this was an American comic book, I would be able to pick it up, and I have a high expectation of at least knowing what the series was about, knowing where the story was, knowing who the characters were, where we came from, and then where we're going next. Manga, it's not built like that. So I'm going to show you. Let's hit that drawing table. Hey, AKAPADers, please excuse the drawing table. I was trying to stream the other night. Complete shutdown. My camera, like if you guys need to see my streaming camera, like it's right here. Everything bugged out, and it was really a situation with my wire. I do apologize for anyone that was trying to stick me through that. I was on Omer's show, the Hump Day show, which we'll be doing the promo for sometime soon. Yeah, I'm going to start doing promos, maybe like on Wednesdays. We're going to drop Wednesday hype promo videos. So cheers to that, guys. Get yourself some coffee. I know it's the morning, but we got the whole day ahead of us. It's Friday. So yeah, I'm in the dollar bin. I see this. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I have to buy this. It's a Fist of the North Star ad in the back. But this character design really intrigued me. I mean, like, this is why, like, this is sales design. Like, you put the character on the back cover like this. You hope that someone picks it up and, you know, like, that happens, right? Like, boom, like, buy me. Yes, I bought it. Like, I just like the lips, the writing on his helmet, like some of those, like, little, like, armor, like the armor damage and the dirtiness and, like, these things. This is what I love about anime and manga of this time. And then you get this, you get the insert, you get inside cover and insert page, and you're just like, holy shit, like, you're almost pissed. Like, how's this possible? I mean, get some nice positive and negative. I mean, it's such, guys, Approach 8, Nagoshi Part 3. And then you're like, I'm so in. Like, I'm in, guys. So a guy's fallen, and you use the grappling hook, and he's like, you know, like, I don't know, like something happens there, but, you know, like, that's great. And so far in page 9, you're like, hey, this is great. I'm into this. And then I don't know, it's not the translation. And the reason why I'm saying it's not the translation, because ironically, we have Confessions of a Rewriter, Jared Jones, and he breaks down the way that they translate this. A lot of time and effort goes into it, I'll tell you that. Multiple people. So it's not the translation. We just keep going, and, you know, like, we're not getting a lot here. There's just, like, these guys. So far, we're 15 pages in, and we don't know anything. There's nothing that we know. We just know that they're doing things, and he's got this, like, weird weapon, and he kind of, like, drops it later, and it's like it explodes. We got these guys with the nipples, AKAPADers. How much was this back in the day? This was $3.25, which was, you know, a little bit more than your, like, $1 more than maybe your average comic. See, like, right, see, like, it's just, see here, like, he drops that, like, Zach, I don't know what, and, yeah, see, like, it's just totally nukes everything underneath of him, and then, like, the elevator shaft is clear. So with this whole thing, I don't know, like, he loses an arm. There's just no way of knowing what the hell is happening here. There's no way of tracking it. He escapes, he's in the sewer, these guys show back up, and then, like, he maybe gets, like, rebuilt, and then there's this other guy, and they kind of talk about maybe, like, a rebellion, and the guy's not going to stop or slow down. You literally, and then, like, we have a dog there, and, you know, he gets, like, the cable. He becomes like Cable, gets the cable treatment. I don't know, AKAPADs. And here you go. That's the moolah there. That's why we came here. I don't know, AKAPADers. I could not follow this at all. I mean, like, and he's friends with this guy. Like, so he's friends with this dude. Like, they know each other. Like, they're kind of buddies. Like, they have a nice rapport. They have a nice rapport. But then, like, he just totally, like, you know, just slices them up and you know, gives them the one half treatment. Great speed lines, by the way. And then, like, boom, like, he's gone. Like, right there. Like, that's his, like, friend. Bastards, brainwashed. I don't know. And then we have this, like, phallic, which is kind of cool. And there's, like, a queen, and, like, I don't know, like, yeah, and he, like, destroys, like, the temple or the spaceship. I don't know, AKAPADers. I went through this. I went through it once. I didn't have the desire to go through it again. I mean, it's even here, like, contents. Approach 8, part 2 and 5. Approach 8, part 3 and 37. Confessions of a Rewriter. Okay. I mean, part 2, part 3. So part 2 is only like a couple pages, and I get it. Like these might be serialized; they could be sticking to the way that they were presented. But like the people that want to pretend that manga is like, you just pick it up and read it, and American comics need to be like it, all of that weirdness. I don't know, AKAPADers. I mean, I think if this was American comics, I don't think it would hold people's interest. I think this holds the interest of like children and young teens. I don't see this as anything worth emulating or any type of growth. And I get it. This may not be the best of it, but the style of it. I mean, if you pick up any issue of Captain America, for example, you guys know I've been on the Captain America deep dive. You know, like you learn so much more about everything. The character, the universe, the storyline, the supporting characters, like where things are within the history of the Marvel universe. You get all of that in 22 to 24 pages. And here, you literally get nothing. I just think this is like soccer. You can just sit down and look at it and read it, and like, I don't know, you just escape onto something else and your day continues, but there's nothing impactful here. I mean, some great illustrations. I mean, we can't deny that. I don't know, guys. Let me know if I'm crazy. Let me know if I'm wrong.